All right, in this video, you're going to be learning 3 moves to strengthen your hip flexors. Now, what's cool about these movements is they're also inspired from some of our Kung Fu training, Method Naturel, and parkour training. So these are moves that are gonna be great for opening up the hips, strengthening the hip flexors, but also developing movement patterns that you're going to use in other disciplines or just your movement in general. Now, in previous videos, we share with you some simple tests to see if you have weak hip flexors or if you have these tightened hip flexors. So if you haven't taken those tests yet to see, click the links down in the description or somewhere on this video here. Take those tests and then come back and go through these moves.
All right, this first move is gonna do a lot of great things here. Not only are you gonna be strengthening the hip flexor, but you're also gonna be increasing flexibility with the hamstring and the quad. And this one's influenced from the front kick in Kung Fu, okay? So what you're doing is you're standing tall, keeping the good posture. You can have something if you need for that support or help with balance. If you're a ninja, you can just do it straight up, balancing on one leg. You're gonna bring the knee up past 90. You're going to flex the toes and you're gonna extend the foot nice and slow and controlled, and then back down, and then go to where your knees are parallel, okay? So you're bringing this foot all the way back to stretch the quad, and then you're going to repeat. Up, kick, here, down, stretch the quad. So do this about 10 times on each leg. And again, if you need to have that support, hold for balance. The second move is a great movement pattern to train for that functional strength that we like to build. This is also an exercise that we have in our Rapid Primal Fitness program. And this is what you're gonna be doing here. You're gonna be also increasing flexibility with the hip flexor. So if you do have tight hips, this can help, because we're gonna be going into a step back lunge, opening up here. We're also gonna be developing strength in the glutes and the quads and the legs here. So we step back in that lunge, and then we're gonna lift up, putting most of the weight in the front foot here, and bring the opposite leg up and drive the knee up, almost like we're going for a jump. Jumping up, and then we're coming back down, nice and slow and controlled. Hit that lunge and back up, okay? Now, I wanna give you some technique points because this is very important. If you're more of a beginner, you don't have to go as far back into the lunge. Just simply hold something on the side for support, bring the leg back and drive the knee up and then back down, okay? And then as you improve, step further back into that lunge. I also want you to focus on when you're doing the lunge, make sure the knee is in line with the toe. We don't want it to go inside or too far to the outside. Right in line, try to have the hips square so it's not going off one side to the other. Nice and square, chest is up, but as you're going further in that lunge, you may have to bend forward, similar to like if you're in a squat position, right? To make sure the balance is there. So it's basically there, and you're loading this leg up, and you're driving the weight up, and then you're standing tall. This third one is gonna strengthen your hip flexors and also help develop a movement pattern we like to call the QM, which goes right into our primal movements, Primal Movement 101, where we're doing QM in different forms of crawling and things like this. So you're gonna get into a nice tabletop position, knees, you're gonna have arms shoulder width apart, knees hip width or shoulder width apart here, so right in line. And you're going to simply have the feet activated, and you're just gonna drive the knee towards your elbow here, towards the forearm, okay? And then back, and then do the opposite. And repeat, okay? And then what you're gonna do here is if you wanna take it to the next level, you can go up on all fours here, perform the same movement, but this time we're getting into that locomotive movement with crawling. So you're driving the knee up as you're driving this opposite arm. Boom, boom, okay? And keeping everything nice and balanced and square, and just moving nice and slow and controlled. All right, so those are 3 powerful moves to strengthen your hip flexors. They're also pretty fun to, perform. So start doing those exercises, add them into your routine. And then if you like these primal movements and these exercises we are doing here, then check out our Primal Movement 101 course. You can check that out in the description below. All right, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you like videos like this. Leave a comment down below, and we'll see you in the next video.